It might seem to you that fintech innovation is uneven across markets. It is. And a major reason driving these differences is the concept known as open banking. Open banking allows consumers to grant financial service providers access to the data from their own bank account. This data can be used to provide more options and intelligence to control their financial future and can even make transactions more frictionless. APIs, or application programming interfaces, can be used by third-party providers to access consumer data and offer more tailored financial services. This data can power real-time functionality like verifying a bank account or checking credit. Currently, the US lacks formal regulation on open banking, unlike Europe, which has clearly defined regulations that mandate access to customer data held at banks. Have you ever wondered why Europe is so rich in neobanks? Part of the answer lays in open banking regulation. Just because there isn't defined regulation in the US doesn't mean that the US can't engage in open banking. But the lack of formal regulation means that each financial institution is left to decide if it wants to participate. Industry-led initiatives have already led some of the US into open banking. The presence of more customer data can lead to increased competition among banks and innovative fintechs, which should lead to additional choices for consumers. This will not only give consumers access to better technology, but will incentivize financial institutions to continuously improve their technology. The presence of additional data will also allow financial institutions to anticipate what customers want and potentially allow for an improved relationship between the two parties. Of course, open banking comes with some risks. Given the data involved in the system, there could be security and privacy concerns on consumers' finances. Data could also be susceptible to breaches given the interconnectedness. Increased competition for banks could also force financial institutions to take additional risks that could potentially harm the financial system. So, what will the open banking revolution look like? Do you think this movement should be regulatory-led, like in Europe, or industry-led, like in the US? Given that open banking regulations are relatively new in Europe and South America, it is too early to tell which method will yield a better outcome for the end customer. All we know is that change is coming.